I always find it interesting how life takes me to a particular place. Hello, cuties! That I didn't know beforehand, but that seems to hold a lot of resonance with who I am and what I want in that moment. Of course, there's a co-creation with the environment around me because I choose into going somewhere even though I don't know what I will find there. But I found this continually in my life, that I will have an intuition to go somewhere, to plan something, or to make arrangements with someone. And on the way there, or even when I arrive, I initially think, this was a mistake, shouldn't have done this. And I'm surprised so often again that there's so much that then is in resonance and reflection with who I am in that moment. And so where I find myself right now, walking down this beautiful path, is one of a wish to have some time for myself. I initially had called this kind of being a little bit of a hermit, although it doesn't really turn out to be so because I'm surrounded by people and a lot of animals anyways, a lot of life. But I chose into this cabin on a farm in Costa Rica to live here for 1 month, not knowing if the place would be nice, just judging of the photos, and hoping dearly that the internet would be good enough for me to be able to do my work. And the first few days, there was a combination of disappointment and awe of the place that I had found. And having been here now for about a week, what I'm finding is that it's exactly what I wanted and exactly what I need. Not without frustration and confrontation internally and externally, but definitely a place of resonance with what I'm wanting in this moment. And so it's quite interesting just to notice this over my life, increasingly obviously, that the choices that I'm making seem to be, whether I know it or not, seem to be in alignment with where I'm going. So here I'm learning to have a different lifestyle, to be surrounded by nature rather than to live in a city, which I was living in for many years. It was a wish that I had to live in nature. And now I'm smack bang in the middle of it, sometimes not knowing what to do with myself. Thoughts arising such as, I should be outside, even though I want to be inside, and the reality of weather also confronting me when I choose to go out. And also an aspect of seemingly being alone in this cabin, but then finding myself in relationship with so much around me. And this notion that we are never actually fully alone. And even when we think we're alone, we're actually surrounded by a lot of content. And I say content in a very rich way because even a plant that is next to where we are holds a lot of content, a lot of life, a lot of relationship with its environment, which is then again in relationship with myself. And of course there's also the internal relationships that we hold in every moment. I am never alone when I'm by myself. I am with my parents, with the experiences and the people that have shaped me. And I am with myself in this moment, but also myself in the past. And curiously, I'm also with myself in the future. There's a potential that I'm holding within me, as every human does, that we are in relationship with every moment of our life. And so this notion of being alone is a funny one because it depends on perspective. We can choose to feel alone in every moment, and we can choose to see relationship in every moment. A river that I'm just crossing has in its own right a engagement with me in this moment. I can hear the sounds of it. I can see the movement of it. It provides life to this physical place that I'm at right now. And so I get to let it ponder me. And so the environment enacts inspiration, thoughts, ideas, curiosities inside of us that we can choose to be with or not be with. And there's no right or wrong way. It's just a choice we get to make.